Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Doobie here, and I am going to do a general reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is below. And don't force this reading to be around you. Also, be open to the parts that you might play in the reading. Yeah, this is timeless. So if you're stumbling upon it whenever, maybe for you, and we're going to do a Celtic cross. Always do that. This is my light ears deck. Really like this one. Good. Judgment. That represents the person being read for. The Three of Pentacles. This is a crossing card. So put these over here so maybe you can kind of see them. The crossing card. So we have the Judgment card represents person being read for in the position that they're in the situation. We have Judgment. Judgment is leveling up. Usually it's a spiritual lesson. There's something going on with judgment, judging ourselves, judging others, fear of judgment, releasing judgment. And what is getting in the way of that is other fucking people. Kind of funny. I mean, the Three of Pentacles is, I call it a coworker card. Pentacles are earth energy. So that's like, um, friends, coworkers, people that you like do the 3D world with, people you do life with. Um, but yeah, it's crossing. So there's, and then underneath. So this is subconscious influences that may not be known. That's kind of under the situation. The Seven of Swords. That's some sneaky shit. But it's subconscious. It's like not known. And it's usually within, right? Within the person being read for. Hmm. Oh, wow. So for some of you, you might be having things come up that you didn't even know were there, right? Because this is a unconscious, subconscious, unknown. So we could feel like we're being attacked or judged, but we're not. I mean, maybe we're judging ourselves, right? Maybe other people are judging us. And if they are, oh well, um, they hold judgment within themselves for themselves as well. That's why they're putting it on you. All right. What do we have in the recent past 3 months? Past 3 months energies. I always just go with 3 months. It doesn't have to be exactly that, but Two of Cups. Two of Cups is a relationship. Now, a lot of times people read this as a love relationship. So this could have to do with a relationship. But to me, this feels like we were making emotional connections and relationships with other people, right? We were feeling emotionally connected to others. And then that moves into now we're in a situation of judgment and letting that go. Like these 3D relationships, are it's a crossing card. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. We could just be like here we're la 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 la, yay, it feels good, it feels good. But there's some bumps in the road as far as relationships go. Um, oh, what is known? What are we reaching for? What's above it? The Lovers. Shut up. Shut up. I'm going to tell you why I'm saying shut up. This is like the honeymoon phase of a relationship. And this is like the real shit. Like the Lovers card. This is how I describe the card. That's really funny. This is where we're headed, what we're trying to achieve, and this stuff coming up out of nowhere. That's kind of what the Seven of Swords is making me think of. We're like, oh, that snuck up on me. That didn't really feel good. Um, the Lover's card, and again, it can be about a romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be. So the, the Lover's card is about making a choice. The twos are always about choices. And when we get into a dating relationship or something like that, and you can think of this with friends too, it can also be with regards to a job, a career choice, anything. This is a choice that involves the heart. That's why it's called the Lovers. And it's about choosing to be vulnerable, right? Because when we get past the honeymoon phase of a dating relationship, we're like, God, that habit he or she, whatever, had that was so cute isn't so cute anymore. Or they really do this annoying thing that I don't like. And the Lovers card, and then it's like, well, I'm pretty annoying too. Like just there are things that are annoying about me. So when we make a choice to level someone up to a lover or a real relationship post dating, we're out of that honeymoon phase and we're kind of looking at the real shit, and the real shit leaves us vulnerable. um so it could be that someone has, stepped up a notch in some sort of relationship, which has left them vulnerable on a whole new level, and it snuck up on them, and they're feeling judged. If I'm reading this in a super literal way, it could be there could be some kind of third party interference going on with this. Um, Somebody coming in and being critical during a vulnerable time when we might feel like we're being judged. All right, where are we? What's in the future? Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is being like feeling stuck in our head. This is a victim mentality card. This is like, oh, woe is me. Um, I'll be honest, I don't really like that in the future. So I'm not going to look at it as predictive. That's a warning, right? This is where we could go. Or are we going to look in the mirror, and see how we got where we are, right? And that's important for everybody. Like for all sides of things, to really like look in the mirror. We all mirror each other. And this could just be because this is like a general reading that it's going to be really fucking mirrory out there. And it has been. That's just been stepping up in general. The fucking house of mirrors out there, you guys. This is in the immediate future. Buckle up, man. Five of Wands. Five of, well, okay, ready. So I really like the Five of Wands in this deck because they are all individually climbing up, right? They're not, you know, the Five of Wands is a creative conflict. This is a creative point. So there's conflict, there's competition, but in this card, they're not all facing each other like they are in the like original deck. But they're each climbing, and some of them are using the other ones to climb up higher. But we're all trying to move up. We're all moving up in some way. The Five of Swords is a conflict that's like ouch. There's really no other way to put it. The Five of Wands in the original deck is actually children playing, with their wands. How other people see you. Page of Swords. This has been coming up a lot in readings. She's got light bulbs. The Page of Swords is child energy. Swords are air. This is new ideas. She's opening a book. She's reading. So in the context of this is innocence. It can also be being like impetuous, being gossipy. There's always a higher and lower expression of each card, but so in the how others view you, they see you're being seen as a child. Is that like an innocent child, or are you being a fucking child? But there's curiosity here. There's wanting to learn. Um, Being open and receptive to new ideas also. So it could be that we're having like conflict within our emotional connections, and this is requiring like a new vulnerability of us. And are we prepared to do that? Or it's like this sneaky energy here. I'm going to clarify this when I pull the other two cards. But the Seven of Swords is, are we going to hide from ourselves, or are we going to face this like hidden thing? Are we going to pretend it's not there? Um, for hopes and fears, because whatever we're hopeful for, we're also afraid of. At least in the context of this reading, we have the Four of Pentacles. She is holding on to her purse. It's a very protective card. We're protecting ourselves, but when we're protecting ourselves, we don't. Her arms aren't can't receive because she's holding what she has close. So it's kind of funny being hopeful and fearful. Uh, she's got um, wealth in her purse, right? It's the Four of Pentacles, so she's doing all right. We still got to get to the 10 where there's legacy, and it's not just money, but just, this is like earthy things. But she's holding on to the purse. We're hoping for more, but our arms aren't open to receive more, right? And that's where the fear comes in. The fear is clinging to what we have. But when we let things flow, when we're open and let things flow, then we get more. When we give more, we receive more. It's kind of like that. And we must be at that precipice. Yes, because if there is some sort of exposure or vulnerability that we have going on, we can open up more and share more, but then that's a whole another level of exposure and vulnerability. It's like we're going deeper in. But this is growth, you know. And I think that the potential future here is that we could just have this mindset of like, this is the worst, you know, and we could get stuck there. The final outcome. So it's kind of a culmination card, the Seven of Wands. She's in her bubble. The wands are coming at her, but she is in a position of power. This is being empowered. I always point out with the Seven of Wands, she's not going after anybody, right? But she is protecting her space, her boundaries. This is being really sure of yourself. And if that requires some alone time, that's fine. Like getting down with yourself. And that could be this huge judgment is leveling up spiritually. Maybe we need to get our head around something. Maybe things are really tough right now and the mirrors are confusing. It's important not, and that's why the other people are literally interfering. This is like interference in our own process. So it may be that we need to create boundaries for ourselves. Ourselves. You're welcome for that. Otherwise we could end up here. It's like we need to, yeah. And it could be this how others view you with this Page of Swords. Other people could be looking down on you. This is a childlike energy, so it could be that imposter syndrome or not feeling real secure. Uh, uh, so it could be that other people are looking down on you. In the past, we were making emotional connections with the lovers. We may have like been vulnerable, opened ourselves up to hurt, judgment, feeling judged. The Five of Wands. With this Five of Wands, I'm really getting this is the near future, the immediate future. Uh, Keep climbing, right? But you are on a solo journey, and maybe this could be you sneaking. Maybe you do sneak off for some of your own time. This is going to be different for everybody, given, in their own situation, right? We don't want to hide necessarily, but if we need to be in solitude and put our bubble around us so that we can feel empowered, so that we can feel centered, then that's okay. Because like something needs to clear so that we can connect and open up and receive. All right, let me clarify. Seven of Swords. That's really funny. Queen of Swords, King of Swords. Um, it's getting real clear. Like we're really wanting to get clear. King of Cups. He's in meditation pose. Cups are emotions. So there's some sort of emotional exposure that we've had. And again, we may need to sit. We may need to let our emotions go through us. Yeah, there could be some emotions that are sneaking up, right? And that we're dealing with. It's letting them go through, but being, I don't want to say measured, what's the word I'm looking for? Not being dramatic about it, like letting them process, but facing them, like facing the emotions. So we better know what the fuck is going on with us, right? And not hide from ourselves. And some of us may benefit from connecting with others. Some of us have connected. This could be about a particular connection. but we need to make sure that we're okay in our sovereign space with what we've done, good and bad. And we take ownership for our own feelings so that we can't be thrown off by other people. But if we close ourselves off like this, we're not going to receive. But it's like we're cocooning, we're going from one space to the other, and everybody's at varying degrees of that. So anyway, that's what I got for you. I hope you have a great day on Earth. Peace. Namaste.